Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another flip through. In this episode, we're gonna look at Once and Future number 1 from Boom Studios. This released last week, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a mini series or an ongoing series, but it's a super hot item right now. I sold my second copy for $25 on eBay. It took 20 minutes to sell, so gives you an idea. I think they are already at the 4th print, if I'm correct. I got a 3rd print ordered already. I'm getting 2 copies of it. Alright, so let's look into this. So, look at the creative team. So this is written by Kieran Gillen and illustrated by Dan Mora, colored by Tamara Bonvillain, and lettered by Ed Dukeshire. So I just finished reading it. I'm not gonna review it. It's easier for me to just do the flip through and explain what's going on. Alright, so it started off with the first sequence is essentially on an archaeological site. So you have some researcher there, and it's pretty late at night from what I understand, and someone just comes in and wants to look at what they found. And then that's the item. It seems like a what's the word I'm looking for? A thing that you put the sword into, you know. And the guy's like, "So who are you actually? I forgot to ask your name." And then she does not answer, and she kind of make a phone call, and then 3 guys comes in, and then they look at the item and they just take it. And the guy's like, "You can't do it. What are you doing? You can't take it." And then he says, "Oh, I think I can," and you shoot him. Boom. And now we move on to an old I'm not sure of the English term, but it's like a special house where old people go and they live there, and then the place offers services and all kinds of stuff. So we're there, and you have like some old people listening to the news and what's going on and all that stuff. And you can already tell that this old lady here is some sort of she's special. You can already tell. You know, she looks all cool. She's like, you know, rolling a cig. And the old guys are like talking. And they just, you know, arguing about the news. And then she's like, "Oh man, that sucks." And then the guy here, he's like, "Hey, your grandson is coming tomorrow. You should not go to bed too late." And then she answers that she's just gonna go outside and take a walk. And now we move to the grandson. He's on a date with this very hot lady, probably I would say Indian. You know, she looks good, really. And then he just essentially spilled some wine on her somehow. And obviously she's kind of pissed, and she's like, "Oh, I knew I shouldn't have come out with you, blah blah blah." And then his phone ring, and it's his grandma's home. And they essentially tell him that they lost her grandmother. She just ran off or something. And he's like, "Oh no." He's telling that girl about her grandma and what's going on, and she seems sorry about it. I know, you know, you got to do what you got to do. And then the grandma calls, and she's asking if he's busy, and he said he doesn't matter, blah blah blah. And she essentially tells him that he better hurry up she needs some help. So he's like, all right, he's ditching the hot girl for his granny. And then he finally finds her. She's like in the middle of the forest, which is kind of weird. And she explained that she took an Uber to get there, and she didn't really understand why they asked for the credit card. And obviously, you could tell she's a pretty badass lady, and she went to her weapons cache in the wood, and you can see all her weapons, like sword and rifles and silver bullets and all that stuff. So what happens here is that you know, the guy's grandmother essentially tell him that she used to hunt vampires, and the only reason why she's not hunting them anymore, it's because she ran out of vampires, so she killed all the vampires. And all of a sudden a big monster comes out, and the monster, like, its belly is like full of dogs somehow, and they're all barking in there, which is kind of weird. And you know, the old lady, she looks like she's seen this before, but obviously not the guy. And then he just runs off, and then the beast just running after him. So, you know, they're trying a couple things. She's looking for something, and she's like, all right, come back here. And he's like, uh-oh. That thing turns around, and then he's gonna do like a super heroic move. He's running for this tree trunk, and he's gonna somehow manage to put it right in the beast's mouth. And obviously the beast's pretty pissed, and then he snaps it, boom. And the grandma, he's like, catch this, boom. And then he has like this spear, and he's ready. He's like screaming, ah. And then, oh, the beast calms down. He looks pretty scared. It stops moving, and it just goes on the opposite side and start running. And her grandma is like, don't chase it. Just let it go. Don't worry about it. Like, it's no big deal, you know? It's just a giant beast. You know, we'll be fine. And she keeps digging through stuff, and he's asking, like, you know, what is this beast? What is this beast? And she's like, it's nonsense, don't worry about it. And he's like, but it's real. She's like, even real things can be nonsensical. And then all of a sudden she pulls a gun. She's like, all right, we're going to Glastonbury. And he's like, are you just gonna shoot me or something? And she actually does. Right on the ear. Not sure why. He doesn't seem too bothered about it. You know. And they just grab a couple things, put it in the car, and off they go. And the grandma actually explains that I'm still looking for that word, scabbard. That thing was actually it belongs to King Arthur. It's for Excalibur. So he's like, wow, Excalibur, wow, that's awesome. And then she explained that the scabbard actually has healing properties. And then she tells him that, you know, people always thinks that certain things have more value than others, but at the end, it's always the thing that they consider less valuable that is actually the more valuable. So that's why this gang here, which we don't really know much about them so far, were after the scabbard. Scabbard. If you guys know how to pronounce that, please let me know, because I have no freaking idea. So they're pretty happy about it. and seems like they found King Arthur's tomb, and that's it. We're gonna find out what happens in the next issue. King is dead. Once and Future #1. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do so. I would really appreciate. And if you have some comments or feedback, please drop them in the comments section below. Let me know what you think, guys. I kind of changed my formula. I'm reading the book before doing the flip through now, so I can explain a bit better, in my opinion, what's going on. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.